Hi you guys, it's me NeeCJae. Today I want to come to you with dupes, high-end products that I found some dupes, honey. And we're going to see which side look better, or do they actually look the same? So yeah, can you tell which side is which? Can you tell which side is the dupe side? If you're interested in seeing this video, keep on watching. With no makeup on, and we're going to get started with these dupes. I'm going to make up one side of my face. I'm trying to see which side. This side would have the high end, yes, and then this side would have the dupe, okay, the dupe product. So I'm going to go ahead and begin. I'm going to go ahead and put this on right up here. So oops, let me go get my coffee. I've been planning on doing this video for a while now, so I am so glad to get started on this. So I already have my skincare on, as well as my sunscreen and my primer, so we don't have to do that, okay? Have my sunscreen, and I've lightly primed. I just did like right around the areas that I needed, like right here and here and around my eye area. So I didn't do my whole face. I never do most of the time. The first one we're going to start off with is by Estee Lauder, and it is the Futurist Skin Tint Serum. Okay, and then I'm going to apply the dupe, which is the L'Oreal True Match Nude. This has hyaluronic acid. It is also a tinted serum. I'm super excited about this. Let me apply a little bit. I usually put this on my pan, but there's no reason. I'm just gonna put a little bit because I don't wear this heavy anyway. And if I need a little bit more, let me just. Alright, and lately I've been using my hands to blend this in. This looks really skin-like. All of the products that we're using is gonna look skin-like because that is what I am into, skin-like products. I'm 55 years old. Woo! Can't believe I'm saying. I just had a birthday, October the 13th. And I just want to thank all of you all for the birthday wishes. I had a wonderful, wonderful birthday. I really, really did. Thank you all for all the birthday wishes and blessings. I had some people that actually cashed at me. Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting any of that. Really at all. But you know, you all are so kind, and you were saying you thank me for actually doing these videos, and it's my pleasure. I love helping women achieve their best look. I'm gonna use two brushes, one for the name brand high-end and one for the dupe, okay? These two right here. So let's just blend this in. And you guys know I like to use foundation that's a little bit deeper than my complexion. Okay, but this looks really nice so far. Really, really, really nice. I like that a lot. Really nice. I want to do this in brighter light so you can actually see. Okay, so this is the future side, and then we're going to go ahead and add some to this side. Now this one is a little bit basically my complexion, but the consistency is the same. It feels the same. And this one is basically my complexion, just a tad bit, but the consistency feels the same. And it looks like it looks the same when I'm looking in the mirror. It doesn't look too bad. Finish, the shine, the way it feels on my skin. I can't even tell the difference, okay? You can see the same shine on this side, and this one has like a nice shine, a sheen to it. It is a skin tint. This one, like I said, this one has hyaluronic acid on this side and the Futurist on this side. What I like to do is take my damp beauty sponge and just kind of tap off the excess on each side. Okay, just to make it look even more natural. I turn it around. I am going to do this brow with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the brow definer, okay? This is the brow definer. And the dupe for this is going to be the e.l.f. This eyebrow with the brow definer, and this is in the shade Soft Brown. First thing that I like to do with these brows is brush them up. Brush them both up on each side. All right. And I'm going to use some of my Got to Be Glued brow and edge control. Again, I just use this for my brows. I like to use this because it keeps my brows lifted and in place. And it only takes a little bit of, like a couple of minutes for it to set, which I love. Everything is lifted. You guys know what I'm talking about. Everything is always lifted. So yeah, doing my brows. Now, I don't have a dupe for this gel, but love this brow gel. It sets my brows and then I go in and fill them in. This is a new thing I've been doing for the past couple of months. So, again, in Soft Brown with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Excuse my nails, y'all. One couple is missing. I have to get them done. So, long overdue. And I just go in lightly and just fill them in. And this is with Soft Brown. And you guys know the story. I tell it all the time, but I'm going to tell it again for those of you that may be new. You know, I used to work for Estee Lauder. I was like a counter manager. I've worked for several makeup lines, but this one in particular, I remember doing my makeup before we opened. We used to always get there a little early to use some of the products. If we didn't have the certain ones, we would do our makeup there most of the times. And I was doing my eyebrows, and I was taking a long time, and one of the ladies, she was an older lady, and she said, "What are you doing? You've been working on these brows for the longest. We're about to open." And I said, "I'm trying to get them to look alike. I'm trying to get them to look right." And she said, "Honey, these brows," she said, "honey, you're never going to get them to look just alike. They're sisters, not twins." That resonated with me. I said, wow, what a good analogy. They're sisters, not twins. They're not going to look alike. They're going to look similar, but not exactly alike. Now, I don't even waste my time trying to make them look actually perfect the same. They are what they are. They look similar, okay, but they're not exactly alike. So I learned a big lesson with that, and it always stuck with me. You know, sometimes wisdom is wisdom, especially from an older person. You just have to say, you're right with that. So yeah. So anyway, the next one I'm going to use now on this side. We're not finished. I have some. We're just starting, and this is a soft brown, and this is a brown also. This is just like a regular. It says brown, and we're going to use it on this side. Same concepts, doing the same thing, and as you can tell, the shades are basically the same. You cannot even tell I'm using a different brow pencil just by the strokes, right? Yeah. This brow always seems a little bit shorter to me in distance. Sometimes I have to, pull it out and mess with it a little bit more. But like I said, I don't do that as much. Now, the difference with this brow pencil, as I'm talking to you and looking at it, it doesn't have that angle. You see, this is just a regular brow pencil by e.l.f., okay? But this one by Anastasia Beverly Hills is more of the, like, angle type. That's the difference in it, okay? Angle. However, it is still basically the same shade. It lasts long. It looks nice. It looks very nice and natural. I like my brows to look natural. I use brown, dark browns if you have really deeper skin and you still just want a black. I never use black. I use browns, taupes. You can use soft brown. Even if, like I said, dark brown or gray. Something that's in that family, but never black in my opinion, because it just makes you look a little harsh. And it makes you look older, okay? So I'm all about, honey. Look at this. You cannot tell that I use 2 different brow pencils. All right, so now I like to use this Anastasia Beverly here. It's like a brow corrector, it says. It's all the way down. If I find it, I will link everything in the description box below that I use. So this one is by Anastasia Beverly Hill. I like to just clean up my brows. And this is in number 2. It may have, yeah, let me see. Base 2, it says. I see that little bit just left on there. Base 2 is the one that I picked up, and you'll see them in there. So base 2 is the one that I'm using and cleaning up. And this one is by, it says Brow and Eye by Milani. This one has 2 separate ends on it. One for, I guess you can use it as a brow pencil. It's a lighter brow pencil. And then on the other side, it has like the brow type corrector, highlighter type one as well that I use to clean up. And this is going to be the dupe for this one. And it does the exact same thing. Okay? The exact same thing. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have another one that's a little lighter. And I just clean it up. Brush that I'm using right now. I can't find my little tiny one. But this is like a lip pencil brush. It's A505 from BK Beauty. And we're just going to clean this up really quick. To me, this is quicker than using a concealer. I need to pluck some of them little brows. That got to be glued brow gel really keeps them sitting up in place, and I love that. Okay, so I cleaned it with that brush. I'm getting ready to use it. This is just a regular lip pencil brush that I always use for concealer just to clean it up. This is so quick and easy. And I always just add a little bit to the top because, you know, I add a little bit to the top of the brow because usually your brows go lighter to darker on the end. They're always darker. All right, brows are complete. Anastasia Beverly Hill and the e.l.f. brow. Next dupe is concealer. The one that I'm going to use on the high-end side is the Too Faced Born This Way, okay? This is the one that I'm going to use as we're going to use that as a, you know, eyeshadow base. And I'm going to use this on that as well, okay? They both basically look the same. This is the e.l.f. and this e.l.f. is in, oh, where's my glasses? Y'all know I can't see. 55 years old, honey. I am in, if it says the Tan, Sand, and Sable Bronze is that one in e.l.f. That's a long name. And in the Born This Way Too Faced, it's in golden, okay? So they both have that golden undertone, which really makes them kind of look alike. In the bottle, they do not. You know, in the bottle, this one looks a little lighter. It's in 2 different brushes. This is just a regular one. I'm just using this 2 different concealer brushes. They really are no name. Can't find my other one. I'm going to blend this all over my lid. And it really is just used as like a, as a primer, as an eyeshadow primer. I have primer, but you know, a lot of times it's just as good. And I need to start using the primer just to use it up so it will not go bad, you know. Alright. I like to cover up any darkness also right in these little corners sometimes. Alright. So now we're going to come back to this. These are the dupes that I am using for concealer, and we'll show you how that look. But before that, we're going to use these bronzers, okay? This is the bronzer by Fenty Beauty. And this is the bronzer palette from True Complexions. It's a light contour palette. Very affordable, okay? This is very affordable. This palette maybe costs about $6, okay? And this is the shade that I'm going to use in this one. These two shades right here match. Let me just show you how it looks on my hand so you can see. This is the Fenty. Okay. This is the Fenty right here. All right. And this is that shade. I'm going to put it on my hand right here. Different hand. I use this one for the Fenty. This hand for the next shade. Right next to it. Just about the same. It's a little bit more red in this shade right here. But it's just about. Just about. It looks really nice on the skin. First angle brush by BK Beauty. And do half of this side with the Fenty Beauty bronzer. And this bronzer says I'm in Caramel Cutie. Okay. I'm just going to do like a regular do up in my hairline. That really makes it look natural. You go as far as you can in your hairline, okay? I always love to do that. I'm going to start first here. And then I add some on my eyes because we're just going to make that look a little natural. Just going on my cheekbones a little bit. And just a little bit up under. Alright, so this is the BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy A507. This is the Fenty. Again, just want to add some warmth to my complexion. But I love the way this feels. I like the Fenty. I like the way this bronzer looks very natural on the skin by Fenty. It's very nice, okay? Very nice. A little pricey, you know, a little pricey, but very nice. I do like the way it looks. It's like natural. Add a little bit more. A little tad bit, not much. And this is just making some shadows, trying to hide them jewels, trying to make my face look a little bit smaller. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So that's it. All right, that's the side, the Fenty side. Now we're going to do the True Complexion, and this is by Black Radiance, okay? Very nice, very nice. I found this and I just picked it up. I said, oh, and I've been using it a lot. I like this one. Now we're just gonna use a little angle brush, and it says complete. My camera went off, okay? So we're gonna use the angle brush, and I don't know the name of this brush, but I'm gonna use it and I'm gonna dip it right in this middle one here. That's one of my favorite ones. And as you can tell, same thing, right? It looks basically the same, okay? And I love this. And it actually tells you how to contour, sculpt, and highlight. So it has 3 items in here for the price of like $6 or $7, which you can't really beat. And this is Fenty, of course. We love Fenty. But if you want to save money and get basically the same kind of look, honey, my BK Beauty brush in 202, and just add a little bit on here as well on my lids. All right, so now I take my Depth Beauty sponge and I just kind of tap over it, over both sides, just to blend everything in. You want everything to kind of look a little natural. All right, so I know this is probably looking a little whack right now, but it will all come together. Trust me, trust the process. Fenty bronzers and on the lids. What you think? All right, now we're coming up to one of my favorite parts. First, I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes, okay? No falsies today. I like to curl them, lift them. You can tell my lashes are very small. I like to just lift these up. I'm using my BK Beauty curl lasher. Lash curler. Click curl lash. Lash curler. And you see, it just gives me a nice little lift. And I am going to use on this side, which is one of my favorite, tubing mascaras. I love a tubing mascara. Tubing mascara is really great in my opinion for mature eyes. It just wraps around the lashes and it doesn't like come off and smudge and all of that great things, okay? So on this side, I'm going to use the Thrive Cosmetics. You can tell, look at it, it pulls out those lashes really nice. And I think this mascara is like what, $21, $22? Yeah, really works. I love it. A little pricey, you know. Mascaras nowadays, the good ones are pricey, high end, but I found one that is half that price. And I love it. Let's do a couple of coats and then we'll get to it. Look at that. Ooh. So pretty, so pretty, so pretty. Again, I just like to pull it up. Hopefully I don't hit the lid, the hood. I say the hooded lid. I do have mature 55-year-old eyes, honey. All right. So this is that eye, okay? This is by, again, Thrive Cosmetics. And then we're going to use the one by Milani. And this is also a tubing mascara. And it is like, I believe, between $8 and $10, okay? Half the price. I think it was $10, if I'm not mistaken, at the drugstore. I think I got it at Walmart or Target. One or the other. And it was like, I think, $10. So let's try this one. We're going to pull the lash up like I did with this. This is how I like to get every lash. I notice it's so much better when you pull it up. Once I curl it, I love it. So this is the mascara. All right, and I really like it. I like both of these. This is a really, really great, affordable one, okay? I love the way it pulls my lashes out and make my lashes look. Both of them are tubing. Great. And this is a really nice tubing mascara. I haven't found a really nice one in a long time, a tubing. This is one of them. I love it. Love it. Love it. Stays in place. It doesn't smudge all over your face. You know, I really like it a lot. So what I'm going to do now, I haven't found one. Give me a minute. I'm just going to add me a little bit of, I'm just going to tight line a little bit under my eyes. So give me a moment to do that. Haven't found a good eyeliner yet that I really like compared to my Revant. I love Revant. Love the Revant eyeliner. It just works well with my mature eyes. Give me a little coffee break. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a little bit of brown eyeliner under my eyes. Just a little bit of my brown eyeliner from Revant. You guys know. If you know, you know. I just like this eyeliner. Let me add a little bit of the tubing mascara, right? On a few lashes. I don't do this a lot, but sometimes I do. Just pulls them out a little bit. And I'm going to do it over here. Use the Milani one. On this side. right, so now on the nose, I forgot to actually take my my Fenty bronzer and just on this side, go down the side of my nose. Now, with the concealers, all right, we have Too Faced Born This Way, just a couple of dots, and then we have the e.l.f. It's the Cameo, the e.l.f. Cameo. Is it a Cameo? Yes. And I just like to take my hands. Ooh. I really don't like to go all the way up on my eyes, because when you go all the way up, that can cause creasing. And see, I accidentally, get that out right there. Yeah. Now, I like to use my hand, but you don't have to, or you can use a little brush, but I like my hand. It's more precise. I'm not going all the way up to the eye. I never like that. Just go, if you have dark circles, or if you don't use it. Okay? But I have a little darkness. I just want to show you the comparison of the concealers on here. And I like to just use my hand and just really blend everything in. It just, to me, makes everything so much better and blendable. Okay, it just makes everything seamless, I'll say, and blend in better for a more natural appearance, right? I love that. Okay. Now, when you go all the way up on your eyes, that's when it can fall into your creases and create fine lines and creases and stuff that you don't even have, and make you look like you have more wrinkles than you do. Honey, no. All right. Again, this is the Too Faced Born This Way. And we blend it in. I like to take and just on the edges, kind of blend it out, right? Okay. So I have this NARS Orgasm palette, right? This is one of my favorite blush palettes by NARS. All right, and this is the shade that I use a lot right here. This one, I think it's called Mandalay right here. Let me just show you how this one looks. I'm just gonna, this one is by NARS, okay? That's the NARS one. And this one, let me wipe my hand, is by Milani. This is Milani in 08. I don't know the name, but I'm gonna put it right here so you can read it. But this is that one, okay? Right here, right next to it. Look at that. Look at this. Okay. The Milani is a tad bit lighter, but when it's on the skin, oh my goodness, you cannot tell the difference when it's on the skin. Okay, so I'm going to take this NARS, and I'll put the name of it. Let me make sure. The NARS is right here. No, the NARS is called Zumba. Zumba. I had it upside down, looking at it wrong, honey. Oh, using the wrong, there you go, brush. Using the wrong brush. Let's use this one for Zumba. Okay. This is using the regular angle brush. And I put it up high, and I'm bringing it right around here. Some people like to bring it around. As long as you don't do the rosy cheeks and bring it all the way down, you can bring it up around here. That's fine. Just not down here, okay? I like to bring it a little higher. It just depends on your face also. I don't look good with it right up in here. It's supposed to give you more of a flush look if you was blushing. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tap off some of this anyway. But let's just blend this in. Put it, if you want, a little bit higher. Right here. Right up in here. Not down. You don't want to bring it down. You want everything up, okay? You want everything up. Up. All right. So let's do this now. This is the Milani. I like to put one on each. Let me put a little bit on that side. I come back. On the nose. Because I hear people say, oh, I love to put it on the apples. That's fine. Do what you like to do. We have the NARS Zumba and the Milani on the cheeks. They basically almost look the same. All right, so we have a lip pencil by MAC, and the MAC is called Night Moth, and we have a NYX pencil, a lip liner by NYX that is called, what is this one called? Vintage, okay? Night Moth by MAC, right here, right? And then we have the Vintage next to it. The MAC is this one, okay? And the NYX is this one. It looks a little lighter on camera, okay? The NYX looks a little lighter, but it really isn't. I'm gonna show you how it looks on my lips. Okay. So the MAC is going to go on this side. And we'll stop it right there. Okay, so yeah, this one is a little deeper, okay? A little deeper, a little deeper. This lipstick, I have one from Estee Lauder. The Estee Lauder, again, like I said, I will link everything in the description box below. Estee Lauder, this one is Strictly Confident. And I'm going to put it right here up under Strictly Confident. Okay. And then we have this next one. It's called by Milani, Naturally Chic. Naturally Chic by Milani. Okay. Milani, Estee Lauder. Okay? They're really close in color, I'm telling you. Really, really close in color. Alright, so we're going to put the Estee Lauder on this side. And the Milani on this side. Milani, what did you think? Drugstore setting powders. I haven't found one that's quite up to the level. I really add it in here, so give me a moment. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter and the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Set, okay? Both of them gives you nice hold without making your face feel all tight, okay? Now, again, like I said, I don't have a setting powder. I'm still looking for a really great one. Number 7 is okay. The number 7 one, I like okay, but it's still, I need something that's up to par. I want to bring something to you that I really, really like, okay? Anyway, back to the setting sprays. I'm going to spray this side. And I'm going to spray this side. This is the final look right here. This is the final look right here. So what do you think? I really like this look. And I cannot tell the difference between each side, okay? I'm loving this look. The lipstick, look at that. You cannot tell I have on 2 different ones. I haven't blended them in. This is the size that they are. They look very similar. Again, the blushes may be a tad bit off, but you really cannot tell the difference any of the products that I use. So I just want to show you that you can get a beautiful, almost natural looking, I say natural looking look without using a lot of the high-end pricier products. There are some very nice affordable products that I have shown you here that you can achieve a very nice look. Okay, so I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and share this video, because when you do that, it actually helps my channel. And if you like this type of videos, I will continue to really find products like these, like dupes, that replicate the high end or better, you know, because I think actually I like this side better than I do this side, really, to tell you the truth, for some odd reason. But anyway, guys, thank you so very much for taking time out to watch my videos. I greatly appreciate it. Peace and love until next time.